श्रीमान वेंकटनाथार्य कवितार्के केसरी वेदांताचार्य वर्यो में सन्निधत्तां सदाकृति श्रीवासरंग परकाल मुनित्रयाप्त लक्ष्मात्मरक्षण दीर्घागमान्तम् आचार्य भक्ति परिभूतमर्गशीलं गोपाल देशिक मुनिं गुरुमाश्रयामः। स्वामी देशिकन् शरणागति दीपिका. Today's Arthanusandhanam are slokas 46 and 47. In the last slokam, sloka 44-45, Daya Guna was praised. Perumal's Daya Gunam was praised. In this slokam 46, Perumal Kshama Guna is being asked, pleaded, prayed for, to forgive. They work together, Kshama and Daya. Tranam Bhaveti Sagrdukti Samudyatanam Taistairasahya Vrijinairudaram Bariste Satyapita Shatamakatmaja Shankaradau Natakshama Nakalu Jantushu Madvivarjam Tranam Bhaveti Sakrdukti Mudya Samudyatanam Taistairasahya Vrijinairudaram Bariste Satyapita Shatamakatmaja Shankaradau Natakshama Nakalu Jantushu Madvivarjam. Swami, here, please save me, please protect me. If somebody says once and surrender to you, you forgive even the worst of the worst papistans, and you have saved them, you have protected them. And hence, since you have that wonderful quality, trait, gunam, because of your patience, forbearance, forgiveness, do you think I would be excluded from that forgiveness? Would that kshama not consume my papam also, my aparadam also? Swami says in this sloka, Lord Deepa Prakasha, your forbearance, your patience, which completely consumes, swallows, devours, voraciously devours the insufferable, incorrigible papams, which completely defy description. One cannot describe the papam, the extent of papam that I have been committing. And you devour, you consume those papams, who set about uttering even once the prayer, be my protector, and perform Sharanagati to you. And it's been verified even in the case of Kakasuran, the Indra's son, Jayanta. Even in Rudra, the Kshama will certainly not exclude me also, right? Among them. Am I excluded? No. Vedanta Desika thinks of the greatest quality of Perumal, which is known as Kshama, Porumai, forbearance, patience, forgiveness. And he hopes that in his case, it will also help in forgiving him, pardoning him, if not overlook his papams. There is no reason why he alone should be excluded or exception to the rule. Madeka varjam kibitam vratam te, Alavandar said, which we enjoyed yesterday. What is this vow, pledge, vratam of yours, which takes in the whole world and leaves out me alone, says Alavandar. Similarly, and what is the example, Perumalas? When have I forgiven the Mahaparadhis? Two instances, very notable ones. One, Kshama played a very great part. One, Indra's son Jayanta, Kakasuran, he came as a crow because he was lured by Sita Devi's beauty. And Lord Ramachandra was sleeping, was taking an afternoon siesta, nap on her lap. And he was taking a nap. And Sita Devi was there, enjoying Lord Rama's divine Tejas, beauty. And Jayanta Kakasuran tried to fondle Sita Devi Pirati's breast in the form of a crow, and when he touched with his beak, with his crow's beak, it started bleeding, and Rama was woken up. He understood. He immediately took a trinam, a blade of grass, and sent that as Brahmastra. But Yetishayum Murandrod Yelaituvum Kaham Pol. He went around the whole world and he came back for survival to save his life because nobody could save him. And then he fell down at Sita Rama's feet. Was he not allowed to escape with his life? Take the case of Rudra. Desika says, when Banasura tried to fight with Krishna, Shivan, Murugan, Subramanya, Ganesha, even Shakti, Durga, all of them came supporting Banasura. Shiva joined hands with Banasura and got immense trouble. He gave immense trouble to the Lord. But later, when Banasura's 1,000 shoulders were cut and Banasura was defeated, Shiva was defeated, he prayed to the Lord to forgive his devotee Banasuran, not to kill him, and also sought forgiveness from the Lord on himself and his family. There are many more like that. Adav says, Akandalan Maganagi Avali Periador Kagam Pilaiteda Kannadive Shaida Kakuttane. Vedanta Desika enjoys in the Prabandham, Desika Prabandham. Akandalan Maganagi Avali Periador Kagam Pilaiteda Kannadive Shaida Kakuttane. Kshama. It means having committed an offense in order that it may live. So, oh my Lord, Deepa Prakasha, maybe I have accumulated heaps and heaps of heinous crime, heinous papams in continuous sequence, arrays, and then come to you pleading for protection. Being a prapanna, having performed Sharanagati, Yena Kenapi, in some manner, in some, whatever manner, I deserve your grace, I deserve your forgiveness. My papams are huge, innumerable, heinous, inexcusable. So you may feel hesitant. But Lord, you have the Kshama Guna that is generous to forgive and forbear. It would make you generously consume all my papams and digest them in your belly. My papams have vanished. May you show me your compassion, your daya, your forgiveness. Keshavam dosha bhogyam. Dosho yadyapi tasya syat. So, yata shakti papangalai shayya vendum enbadalla. It means one should avoid committing papams. It's not that he enjoys our papams. He forgives our papams. Just because he consumes the papams, it is not bhogya vastu. He consumes the world and protects them. That is samhara kadamai. And here it should not be considered as bhogyam. The kshama, the karuna, the daya are all natural. That is why, just like the cow licks the calf dirt on its back, on its body, not that it enjoys licking the dust, the dirt of its calf. So this overwhelming Kshama quality is available to all, I presume. No exclusion of any person, I presume. Then I am also eligible. So Karuna or compassion is there. Papams, the Lord should give a forbearing, forgiving deal. In other words, He can consume the whole papams. Daya Kshama synergic action is visualized by Desika. But once again, it should be borne in mind, Perumal does not enjoy the Vatsalya, enjoy the dirt, the papams. In fact, he is raged, angered, Just because we have performed, we have uttered that you are my protection, Sharanagati, he forgives. Swami Desikan, that's why he elaborates on this. He salutes the Kshama, forbearance, Gunam of the Lord, and observes that he is also eligible to be in the group of those who have benefited from that matchless Kshama Guna. The Kakasura Vrittantam is covered in Srimad Ramayanam, Sundarakandam, and the kindness of the Lord to Banasura and Lord Shivan is described in Srimad Bhagavatam. Hanuman describes the Kakasura Vrittantam to Sita Pirati in Ashokavanam. Hanuman relates this incident to Pirati to assure her that he was a genuine ambassador, messenger from her husband. This incident was known only to Pirati and Perumal. Not even Lakshmana was aware. A crow, son of Indra, used his beak to harm Pirati's Tirumeni, and the blood from that wound fell on the Lord, who was resting on the lap of Pirati. The drops of blood on his body awakened the Lord. Immediately Lord Ramachandra empowered a blade of grass with the power of Brahmastra to go after the offending crow and destroy it. The crow ran in great haste to its father and begged to be saved from Brahmastra. Indra could not save, neither could Maharishis, nor other devas. Sa pitra cha parityaktaha, suraischa samharshibihi. The crow was chased by the Lord's astram all over the three worlds. Trin lokan samparikramya tameva sharanam gataha. The crow was chased by Lord's astram by three worlds and finally fed at the Lord's feet and begged for saving. One of his infinite compassion and forbearance towards Sharanagathas, Lord Ramachandra saved the crow's life. Although it deserved to be killed, our Lord just took one of the eyes off. One eye was removed as punishment and let the kakam live. This is the display of Kshama of the Lord to the crow, which was a Mahaparadi. Swami Desikan refers to this. And during the war of Lord Krishna with Banasura, Rudran and Subramanian and Ganesha, they fought on the side of Banasura. Kartigayanum Karimugattanum in Tiruvaranga Tamudana Ramanujan Nutrandadi, there is a verse. So, Banasuran was Shiva's devotee. Banasuran was the son of Bali Chakravarti, whom the Lord had taught a lesson during Trivikramavataram. He promised Bali at that time, and he will not kill any of his descendants. Krishna spared, therefore, the life of Banasura and cut all but 4 of his 1,000 shoulders. Lord defeated Rudran and forgave him also for his trespass, for his fighting against Krishna. The saved, the protected Rudran performed Sharanagati to the Lord through moving verses Srimad Bhagavatam 10.63. 43rd to 44th slokam. Brahma and I and other devas and sages who have attained purity of mind by your grace, Krishna, all of us have made complete Sharanagati to you. The soul of our souls, the Antaratma of our Jivatma, the dearest of the dear, you are the one. Our Lord, our Master, you are the one. For relief from this existence, we seek refuge in you, the cause of the creation, the cause of the protection, and the cause of the dissolution. The peaceful, the friend, the spirit within. You are the spirit within and the Lord of everyone. So Lord Krishna displays his Kshama Guna and pardoned Rudra. And for his apacharam, he pardoned Banasuran also. Swami Desikan refers to this incident in the 46th slokam of his Saranagati Deepika. Swami Desikan seeks the blessings of the Lord's legendary Kshamaguna and performs Saranagati in this slokam. And sloka 47, Swami Desikan spells out his utter unfitness, undeserving in qualifying for Anugraham of Deepa Prakasha, and prays to him, pleads him for the boon of stay, residence, at least in Divya Desam, Uganda Arulina Nilangal, that will improve the chances of gaining Moksha Anugraham and his Daya. कर्मादिषु त्रिषु कथां कथमप्यजानान् कामादिमे दुरतया कलुषप्रवृत्तिः साकेतसम्भवजराचरजन्तुरित्या वीक्ष्यः प्रभो विषयवासितयाप्यहं ते कर्मादिषु त्रिषु कथां कथमप्यजानन् कामादिमे दुरतया कलुषप्रवृत्तिः साकेतसम्भवचराचरजन्तुरीत्या वीक्ष्य प्रभो विषयवासितयाप्यहं ते. There is also another pattern, jantu nitya. So let's go to this 47th slokam. Prabho, O Lord, O Master, being unaware of even a reference in any manner to karmanyana bhakti yogam and indulging in all wicked ways due to the desire, due to the triguna sambandham, I am unfit to receive your glances, to your kataksham. And I am now trying to make myself fit to receive your kataksham by residing in your divya desam, in your place, in your sthalam, temple, near, in the precincts, in the neighborhood, as per the rule applied to the beings, mobile and immobile, born in Ayodhya, born in Saketa. Saketa Sampava Charachara Jantu Nitya. So it's been said, when Sri Rama, at the end of his avataram, when he fulfilled his mission, avataram, he left this world for his Sri Vaikuntham. He took with him all characharangal, the mobile and the immobile, the born living in Ayodhya. Andru characharangalai Vaikundatetri is Kulasegaralva's description of this fact. Nammalvar says, Karpar Ramavinanayallal Matrum Karparo Purpa Mudala Pullerimbadi Wondrindriye Narpalu Kuitanan Nanmuganar Petra Natule. It's been understood by some commentators as referring to the ascent of all and sundry to Sri Vaikuntham, though others give a different interpretation to those words. Kuratalvan, in Sloka 69 of his Varadarajastavam, he says, Tvama mananti kavaya karuna mritabde jnana kriya bhajanalabhyamalabhyamanyaihi Yete shukena varadottara kosalastaha purvam sadurpama bhajanta yijanta vatswam. Apane, your jnana karma bhakti yogam. So Swami mentions, it's been said that you can be attained only by jnana karma bhakti yogam, karma jnana bhakti yogam. Says scholars, says erudite Vedantis, and by no other means, only Karmanyana Bhakti Yogam. May I know which out of these Karmanyana Bhakti Yogam was pursued, was adopted by Ayodhya residents? What did they do? This is one way of saying that though they had not done any such Karmanyana Bhakti Yogam to their credit, the Lord took them with him for the sole reason because they lived in Ayodhya. And perhaps because Bharata, when they all cried, everyone, right from the jantu, the trees, the insects, the human beings, everyone cried when Rama went to the forest. 14 years. And they all accompanied Bharata when Bharata went to the forest to bring Rama back, to try to bring Rama back. So Bharata performed Saranagati on everyone's behalf, it could be said. Ayodhiyil Varum Sharashara Mutramam. All of them attained eminence merely because of living in Ayodhya. So too, we can pray to the Lord. Desika shows the way to us, to give us a lift to his land. Although we don't know the ABC of Karmanyana Bhakti Yoga, though we have not conquered our senses or subdued our desires. So it is worthy of note that Desika has not given expression to a similar statement in any other stotram in praise of other embodiment. This is a proprietary and a personal touch in the Anusandhanam of this slokam. Vishaya vasitapyahante. In this slokam. Vishaya vasitayapyahante. Swami Desika was born in this Divya Desha and in a place very, very near the temple of Deepa Prakasha. The Agraharam being known by the name of Tuppul. Every sacred city, every Divya Desam and every Emperuman can and will claim Desika to pertain or belong to it or him. But with all that, he is called Tuppul Vedanta Desikan, wherever he may be. No wonder he prays to this now, to Deepa Prakashan of his birthplace. Protect me for this one reason, because I have lived in your neighborhood. I was born in your neighborhood. And pray, do not search for any other virtue in me. I pray that please do not search for any other virtue, any other kalyana, any other gunam, positive gunam in me. Swami Desikan spells out that Vilakkuli Perimale, Adiyan is totally ignorant of Karmanyana Bhakti Yoga. Adiyan rushes to the despicable deeds driven by my uncontrollable desires. In fact, at the time of your ascent to Sri Vaikuntham, after your avatara karyam, you blessed all the Chetanam and Achetanam with links to Ayodhya to ascend to your Punya Lokam created for Brahmadevan or Karya Vaikuntham. This Anugraham included everything from blades of grass, tiny ants and trees onwards to citizens upwards who were fortunate to have had links to Ayodhya, where you had ruled and made the city sanctified by your touch, by your presence. So, Swami mentions all this so beautifully. And these Chetanams and Achetanams of Ayodhya did not perform any penance, any yoga. They had therefore no upaya yogyatai. In spite of these deficiencies, you granted them residence in Punya Lokam. You took them to Vaikuntham because they had the good fortune of to have lived in your kingdom. Their mere living in Ayodhya elevated them to qualify for this extraordinary blessing. Deepa Prakasha Prabhu, you bless the sentient and insentient of Ayodhya. You must bless Adiyan also to spend my days at one of your Divya Desam and show me thereafter the auspicious way to moksha. Karmadishu trishukatam api ajanan. Swami Desikan has in mind the Naichyanusantanam, declaration of unfitness of Swami Nanmalvar. Notra nonbilen nun arivilen. Swami Alavanda Stotra Ratnam, na dharmanistosmin, na chatmavedi, na bhaktiman. Swami Desikan says also similarly, he is totally ignorant about any case, any one of the three yogams, Karmanyana Bhakti Yogam. Saketa Sambhava Charachara Jantu Nitya. Swami mentions, will anyone study seriously anything other than Rama? Karpar, Ramabirana Ellal, Matrum Karparo. So Swami Desikan himself has referred to this extraordinary kripai in Paduka Sahasram, 142nd slokam and 212th slokam, and also in Sri Raghuvira Gadyam. In Garuda Puranam, living in Divya Desam has its unique advantages. Garuda Puranam says, Pavitram Paramam Punyam Deshoyam Sarva Kama Duk Yasmin Vasara Matrena Vasam Vishayatam Dranam. A mere residence at such Divya Desam of Perumal will grant all Purushartham, Sarva Kama Duk, through making us Sriman Narayana Vratis. Swami Desikan prays in this slokam to Deepa Prakashan to bless him with the bhagyam of residence in Divya Desam like this, like Tupul, like Kirtanka, and therefore point the way for his upliftment to Sri Vaikuntham through Bhagavata Satsangam and Sadacharya Prapti. Readers are aware that all the movable and immovable species from ant and grass onwards at the lifetime of King Rama could not bear separation from the much loved their adorable Sri Ramachandra Murti. When the time came for him to return to Sri Vaikuntham, Rama told Brahma, I am going to take everyone to Santanika Lokam. There is also a proverbial statement that birth in Kanchipuram and death in Kashi will ensure mukti. So, Swami pleads in a humble vein, I have no knowledge, no familiarity with Karmajnana Bhakti Yogam. I have not heard much of them even. The vices like Kama, Krodha predominate in me. So I ask you for a prayer protection. Just as you, Rama, you led all living species existent in Saketa, in Ayodhya, to follow you when you completed your earthly mission as Ramachandra Murti and granted them salvation. Having been a citizen of your place in Tritanka in Tupul, having been born there, may please throw me a benedictory glance as you helped Ayodhya beings. So his claim is interesting. Why interesting? The plants and animal species also, they could not qualify for moksha by any upaya. Swami is a master who perfected the prapatti upaya. For the common people, the criterion is valid. For him, it is now already certain because even the trees and insects were taken. I, for one, have sought your protection through minor pretext of Sharanagati. Swami's humility is patent in this expression of meritlessness. A sage like Swami has no need to harp on the residential qualification. It is for us, for me, that these verses are composed. Adiyan Dhanyosmi, Acharyan Trivadigalai Sharanam, Kavitarkika Simhaya Kalyana Gunashaline, Srimate Venkateshaya Vedanta Gurave Namaha.